everybody, it's Abby Cooper and Lewis Cooper coming at you from our office to answer another of your frequently asked questions. One thing that I get asked a lot is about names. How do I come up with names for characters? Are they people from real life? Are they totally random? Where do they come from? So, I'm going to tell you my top secret ways that I get names. And they're actually not that top secret. Like, if you ask me, I'll tell you. And a lot of you have asked me, so now I'm telling you. But they are secret to the people who are not watching this video. So, haha on those people. Okay, moving on. So what I do with names is a few different things. The first thing that inspires me, actual people. I am so lucky because I do a lot of school visits, a lot of Skype visits, a lot of, new people meeting, hanging out, being awesome visits. And every time I hear a name, whether it's somebody raising their hand to ask me a question or whatever, I think about that name and remember that name, sometimes write that name down. And those are names that I use in my books. Another thing that I do is use baby naming websites. Woo! Now, I don't have any actual human babies right now, just a poodle baby. But that's okay. There's no rule that says you have to have human babies to go on a baby naming website. Are you saying you want to get down, but you're helping me? Because you have to do the next part. Okay, he's good. Yeah, anybody can go on a baby naming website. Now, baby naming websites can actually be a little overwhelming because there's about 12,000 million zillion infinity names. And that's just like for each letter of the alphabet. So altogether, it's like, too many names, not enough time, etc. So what I do to help me narrow it down is I actually think about, oh no, it's snowing. Stop. Okay, sorry. It's not supposed to snow right now though. Okay. Concentrating. What I do to narrow it down is I think about the specific character I'm trying to name. And there's going to be a difference in the names I look for if I'm trying to name an 11-year-old or like a mom or a grandma or a poodle or whatever. So for example, like in the book I'm writing right now, the main character is 11, which means, we gotta do some math, Lewis, which means she would be born in, wait for it, this is a lot of pressure, 2008? Yeah, let's go with that. So to help me find good names, I might search popular baby names in 2008. Gasp. Isn't that kind of cool? Because the names that are popular right now today, that new babies are being named, they may not have been popular when my character was born. And just like the names that are popular when my character is born, the names that were popular when her mom or her grandma was born might be really different. So that's something that really helps me narrow down the options a little bit. A third thing I do has to do with Mr. Lewis Cooper. Now, you probably can already tell, but he's pretty popular. He has a lot of friends. He's, kind of a big deal. But he's very humble about it. And so we go on a lot of walks. We hang out with his friends a decent amount. And so when we're out, I always try really hard to pay attention to Lewis's friends' names and their people, but let's be real, mostly the dogs. Because, I haven't really had a good dog character yet, but I'm definitely wanting one in the future. So I pay attention to those. Also, have you ever noticed that a lot of dogs actually have cool people names? One of Lewis's best friends is named Ike, which is kind of cool. I think that would be a good person name. Aw, did I make you think Ike was coming over? I'm sorry. Who are some of your other friends? Bailey, one of his friends. Wrigley. Let's see, who else? Oh, Ben. Ben's a big collie. Nordy. I don't know if Nordy would be a good people name. Why not? Anyway. Okay, Lewis, you're free. Your segment is over. Yeah, so, you just never know, because even a dog's name that you run into on your walk might be a good name for somebody in your book. You never know. Names are everywhere. You just have to pay attention. And when one really strikes your fancy, remember it. Write it down. Because you're going to say to yourself, oh yeah, that's cool. I'll remember that. You won't. You won't. I'm sorry. You just won't. One last thing that I do is watch a lot of TV. Yeah, you can go tell like your teachers and parents and aunts and uncles, grandmas, grandpas that Abby Cooper, the author, just told you to go watch TV. You're welcome. But seriously, TV, movies, whatever, any kind of video, usually at the end, there are the credits, right? Where they list every single person who worked on the movie and what they did. Take a second and actually read those things, because there are some really cool names. Like movie and TV people, they have cool names. So yeah, I always take a second and actually hit pause. I read it, see if anything like stands out to me. And that's so easy to do, because if you're like watching something anyway, you might as well see if you can really get something out of it for your writing. So those are really the ways that I come up with names. And then from there, I just kind of think about them and kind of think about what I know about my characters and say to myself, like, does this really fit for this character? Sometimes I give them a little test run, like I'll put in a name for a couple scenes and then I'll kind of decide, oh, I don't think that's the best, or like, yeah, that's perfect. Because you can always change things. If you do a name and you decide you want a different name, you can do that because you're the author. You can do whatever you want within like your pages, not in life. Like, don't do anything dangerous or yeah, okay, cool. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos. And happy naming!